Hello, this is Isaiah Santos from Biology 4-1. Today we'll explore the nature and type of entrepreneurial venture into understanding business structures, classifications, and core operations. The objectives here, so by the end of the presentation, you can able to describe the three primary forms of entrepreneurial venture. Two is to classify business according to their nature and industry. Three, to discard the four M's of the production and their role in the business system. So, what is an entrepreneurial venture? So, it's a business organization that is formed for the purpose of making a profit by addressing a market need or solving a problem. It also involves innovation, risk taking, and the organization of resources. Now, what are the forms of entrepreneurial venture? There's actually three: sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. Let's start with the sole proprietorship. So, it is a business owned and operated by a single individual. So, it is the simplest form and the most common form. So, the owner has unlimited liability and like personal assets at risk, and the owner receives all the profits, and it's easy to set up, and it's easy to dissolve. So, uh, unlimited liability where personal assets are at risk. Second one is the partnership, which is a business owned by two or more persons who agree to share the profits and losses. So the key characteristics of this one is partners have unlimited liability, more resources and skills available than the sole proprietorship, and the potential for disputes um, between partners. The example for this ones is the law firms. So two or more owners sharing everything, profits, decisions, and unfortunately, unlimited liability. More resources, but potential for a conflict. Third one is corporation. So it's a legal entity separate from its owners who are called shareholders. So the key characteristics for this one, it's limited liability for owners. So the personal assets are protected, and it can also raise large amounts of capital by selling stocks, and more complex and expensive to set up and regulate. For example, the Jollibee Foods corporations are owned by um, shareholders. Ginebra San Miguel Incorporated, it's owned by shareholders. So it's a legal separate entity from its owners. But the shareholders have limited liability protection, and the formation is complex. And then now we have the classification by nature of business. We have services, merchandising services, manufacturing services, and agricultural services. So let's start with the services enterprise. So its first is service enterprises sells intangible products like your skills, your time, and your expertise, and it provides a service to customers. For example, banks, barbershop, and uh, service businesses sells intangibles. Uh, think of your barber, your bank, or the online freelancers. Now let's go to the merchandising businesses. We have uh, it buys products at wholesales and sells them at retail prices, also known as buy and sell or trading. For example, clothing retailers or even a simple sari store. So it's like you have to buy low the product, and that you have to sell it high to customers. Merchandisers add value through distribution and retails, like the sari store, for example. Next is the manufacturing businesses. So manufacturing businesses, it buys raw materials and transform them into a finished product. For example, car manufacturers or even furniture makers. So they transform the raw products into a new product. So the like turning steel into cars, or like a flour to bread. Next one is the agricultural businesses. For example, farmers cultivates lands, raises crops, and even livestock, so like rice farming, poultry, and piggery. And in reality, many businesses combine these types. So we have the hybrid and special businesses. So a hybrid businesses um, is defined as the combination of different organizational models to produce products and or services, and often serves the same customer base across those differing models. And this we have the special businesses, which is the non-profit organization, cooperatives, and government entities. For example, the Target and the non-profit organization like the National Alopecia Foundation. Now, to the production system, the four M's of production. Now, how do business actually create value? Through the four M's of this production. So these are the four essential resources every venture needs: the manpower, machine, materials, and methods. So for the manpower, it's the human labor and intellectual effort required to run the businesses. So that includes the employees, managers, and the entrepreneur. So the key here is the skills, knowledge, productivity. So these are vitals. Next one is the machine, which is the equipment, technology, and tools used in operation. It can be simple as a sewing machine or as complex as a robot assembly line. So the key words here is that technology increases efficiency and the output. And then we have the materials, so it's the raw inputs and the components that are transformed into the final product. So for a service business, this can be information or supplies. So it's the quality inputs lead to quality products. And then the method, it's the system, the process, or the technique of combining the manpower, machine, and the materials. So this is how to do business. So this is an efficient method, reduces waste and cost. And then the key things to remember. So the forms is the sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. Next is the nature of businesses. We have service enterprise, merchandising business, manufacturing business, and agricultural businesses. And the four M's is the manpower, machine, materials, and methods. These are the essential resources for any venture. And thank you. I'm now happy to take any questions if you have, so you can write down your comment, write down the questions below. And thank you so much for listening.